Hello everyone, this is Bentley from Kent, Washington. I want to do a few updates, and we're starting right away in the big rainbow tank. We've actually had three fish come out of quarantine that I've had for a while, and you can see this lovely fellow dead center of the screen here when the other rainbows aren't photobombing him, of course. This is a Melanitania Goldie Eye Decay, so that's the Melanitania Goldie Eye from Decay Village. I acquired a trio of these, one male and two female, from Lucas Bretz of LRB Aquatics. If you watch YouTube and the fish fam, you probably know Lucas. Um, he's a big rainbow fan. He got his originally from Gary Lang, so that kind of tells you the bloodlines of these fish here. This is the male that we're following, and if you actually look back, uh, hiding way back over behind the rock tree is one of the two females. She's pretty shy. Um, but this is just a really cool rainbow. As we cut to a few little bits of video I shot today when he finally came out of quarantine. When he was in quarantine, he was showing none of his fin color at all. It was just kind of a very pale, clear color in his fins and this light blue shimmer in his body. And as we kind of bounce around it here, we're just kind of following some of the other rainbows. Because if I follow him too long with my camera, he runs away and hides. But if I pay attention to all the other rainbows, he starts kind of flipping around and saying hello. Um, and we'll kind of like shoot back to him in a sec. But you'll notice he has this beautiful kind of blue-green, mostly silvery tone, not as bright blue as like a turquoise, but this kind of faint blue-green iridescence across his whole body, and then this like brilliant yellows and oranges in the fins, kind of like a sunrise or sunset, and then a big, pretty bold black stripe down the center of the body. Now the blue and the black stripe are very common in all the females. The females have really mild yellow coloring in their fins, and it's hard to see. But the male there, as soon as we got him into the big tank where he's with all the other rainbows, I mean, you can just see it here, the little yellow, the big stripe of orange, the top fin's got the beautiful yellow. And my camera, my cell phone camera is bad, so it doesn't know justice. This fish is amazing in person. And I felt really thrilled. Lucas was doing a sale, getting rid of some of his extra fish. And I think you can really see that blue sheen on his body right here. It's just stellar, the way this fish looks. If you ever get an opportunity to get one of these, especially if it's one of the ones that comes through Gary Lang, do so. If you love rainbows, these fish are just a knockout to watch swimming around. And here's the girl actually like sort of swimming around for the camera, and then going back to hide back with the Bucephalandra back there, and we'll follow the male once again. But I mean, this guy has been just a knockout. I'm looking forward to having him in the community for a little bit, and then pretty soon, I've got a really big project update that I'll show you guys. I got a hold of this kind of mass tank deal that'll make it a little easier for me to breed more than just like one type of rainbow at a time. And the Goldie Eye Decays are going to be some of the ones I'm going to breed. And that'll be a fun project that we'll keep giving you guys updates on. But just you can see in this tank, even with my bad camera, he's just a knockout. And then a new quick update. I can't help but show off the Moscow Guppies. I finally got like a reasonable shot of the best colored male, and you can kind of see him compared. He keeps coming in and out of the Amazon sword. He was like playing peekaboo with me whenever I was trying to get him on camera because he's a jerk and knows that I'm trying to film him. But you can see like some of the other ones, they have less of the color in their front body yet, and then now that he's out, just look at that. He's got the brilliant bits of dark blue and then that real radiant kind of shimmery lighter blue tone mixed in, and he goes from one Amazon sword to a Java fern, because he's gonna play hide and seek. So like look up here and we just see like some of the other guppies running around. We'll kind of in the glare reflection of me and some of the other like rainbows as they're growing up, starting to get a little bit of like kind of that blue iridescence to their body for the Bozeman eyes. So some colors like starting to kind of come in on them. Um, and then you can see some of the like here's one of the other males coming through here, and you see a big dark blue tail, but then you compare it to that guy as he flips across the screen and he's got, the big dark blue ring, then the paler blue. That's what we're looking for in the blue Hawaiian Moscows. and he's got much more of that body color, which will come in more on the other boys as we go on. It takes a little while for that coloring to come in on the body versus just the tails. But I thought I actually got an opportunity to get a couple shots of him and then show like some of the color with the rainbows as well, starting to come in just ever so slightly. So I thought I'd give you guys a little look into that, and plus it's fun watching baby fish grow up. I can't. If you've heard me like practically squeal over some of the other baby fish. Um, so that's just a quick update there. And the next I want to show you um, back in the 29 rehome. Um, I, this is an opportunity. I'm looking from the side of the tank. We did some small changes in the filtration here. But you can see like down here in the carpet, the crypt parva and one of the like few rainbow babies that had to get moved to different tanks. Just getting so big they were out competing all the others. There's 3 in here right now. Is really broadening up, and then that's the Limnophilia aromatica, and you can actually tell. It's aside from the bacopa that's right up front. Up top, it has this much finer leaf, much denser pattern of the new growth compared to the growth below it, which is like much bigger leaves and not quite as dense. So you can see the difference between the submerged and the immersed grown. The immersed grown having the bigger leaves, not as dense, not as many small leaves, where the submerged grown, lots of smaller leaves, much more dense looking. And then finally, just to show where the sunset guppies went and where most of those crypts went from a while back that I won at the local club auction. This is a little Fluval Flex 15-gallon in my room. And don't mind the piece of driftwood. It's literally just in there soaking um, to get prepped for another tank. But you can see just this is nothing but crypts and one melon sword. And we kind of zoom in here, and you can just see all the difference. There's like all sorts of different Wendetii species. There's a Petchai in there. There's a little Crypt Retrospiralis in the back. Some Parva, really really small Parva, but it's in there. And as I've waited a little bit to let all the crypts kind of perk up some, because normal when you transfer crypts around, they go through a little bit of melt, but they're starting to perk up, starting to get some new growth, starting to look really good. I just thought I'd show you guys just a little short like project tank that actually sits in my room right beside where I do my very meager video editing and voiceover work. It's actually directly to my left as I'm talking to you now. So if you were to be looking at this image and look to the right, you would see my computer. And then also the sunset guppies are going there. We've got some females that are starting to fatten up a bit. Looks like we might be getting fry here soon. So that's kind of exciting. Just wanted to give you a little look into that project to see like how many other things I kind of have running around the house that I don't necessarily film that often. And finally, we'll actually go back to the 29. This is my beta, Captain Fluffles, very intimidating name, but he was putting himself on display, and I just wanted to show that right toward the end of the video and say thanks for watching. I hope you all have a great day.